Answered Kool-Aid 360, bringing you a new series, NCAA Football 2013. I know this isn't the current year. EA Sports isn't that good. I don't ever spend that much money each year. I mean, I like it, but it doesn't have the replayability because they always have to take out the online compatibility. So, we are going to start a new dynasty. We are going to create a new coach. We are going to create Jake Klein. So, I like to pass, so we're going to get, whoops, no, there. Okay, I guess, other way. We're going to go 60-40 pass. Also very conservative, or very aggressive. So we're going to go 55-45. Okay, so then defense. I do like that, so we're going to go ahead. I usually not very good at defense. I just kind of pick what they pick. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and then I will be right back. I'm going to change a couple things, and then we'll get started. Alright guys, we are back. So, I've made a few changes. I took out, I don't remember what team, I think it was Toledo of the MAC. And instead I placed in a created team that I have made in the past. They're called Townsend. I don't remember where they are or anything. I really like them. It's something that I've made. And then I went ahead and added them to the Big East. So that's the one big change. And I also, as you probably already saw, I think I'm going to add it in as just a picture, is I changed the conferences, the BCS conference tie-ins to not have any bowl tie-in. Except for the Rose Bowl, which the Rose Bowl, it just cannot be changed. I mean, the Rose Bowl's the Rose Bowl. You have to have the Big Ten versus Pac-12 in that. I don't think that there should be really associations with a bowl, so like only a certain conference can do it, but the Rose Bowl is the one exception. So we are actually going to go ahead and go with our alma mater, and we are going to go ahead and be the coach of the Iowa State Cyclones. They are a middle-of-the-road team. They are improving. They have actually gotten a new coach recently. Actually, it's been a while. It's been like 5 years or so, and he is improving the team. They were like a two-win team, no-win team, under Gene Chizik, who many of you might know was the coach at Auburn after Iowa State, where he won the national title with Cam Newton, but was fired like last year or the year before because he is an awful coach. But so we got the new coach there, and drastically improving. Hopefully, in the next few years will be a power in college football. But so, let's get started. What do we actually have? So, recruiting board. Create prospects. We are going to want to figure out who we have. Oh, no, we don't want to create prospects. Yeah, we're going to skip to recruiting. So, but we are going to want to look at what we have, who will be graduating, what we can do to improve our team, and we are going to be recruiting those types of players. So we won't actually have any gameplay in this episode, but what we will have is we're going to be setting up our recruiting board and stuff like that. So let's see, what do we need? We have needs for a fullback and a wide receiver. So we got 3 seniors that we're going to need to replace. We are still going to need a defensive tackle and an outside linebacker. So let's go ahead and look at our recruiting board. What do we have on there? Or I guess that's not what I want. I want to search for players to recruit. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start out with our fullback. Don't really care any caliber, anything really. We want it to be non-committed, and we want to be yeah, we won't really do that, but we are going to actually go ahead and see if we're going to try and do a pipeline state, see if we can get someone. Oops, okay. Well, we have some players, so let's we gotta go down to the 23 matches found, or maybe not. There we go. Okay, so fullbacks no, it's not one. I'm gonna have to go back. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Or I guess the same people. Yeah, so fullbacks are not real great. So, no one has interest in us, as far as I can see. Let's go ahead and we're going to sort by interest level. See, not a single person I don't think has an interest in our program. So, yeah. We're just going to have to go by rank. We're going to go ahead and try and recruit these two-star caliber players. And then we'll also, let's see, Texas, Florida. Let's go ahead. No, not this one. This one. This guy only has the two that he's interested in, so we can get in there. Yeah, I know Iowa State does pretty good in Florida for recruiting. That's not what I want. I want to actually look at this guy. How do I look at him? More info there. All right, so he has 4 teams. As you can see, he has Townsend, which is our school that we created originally. We're gonna go. We'll just go for the top 4 there. Okay, so we got those selected. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what that was. Okay, let's go ahead and do wide receiver. We want any caliber. We want pipeline state. Well, not committed. So let's go ahead and get searching. We got 103. So let's narrow that down to top 10 schools. Anyone in there? How many are in there? Only 2. So let's go ahead and look at that first. Okay, so we have Joe Williams, who really wants to go to Iowa State. We also have Kevin Swain, who also really wants to go to Iowa State. Those are both Iowa players. So we can put them on our board, but we're most likely not going to really recruit them, because most likely, even if we don't offer them a scholarship, they will end up going to Iowa State. So let's see, where are we? So since Iowa State's not that great school, I'm going to go ahead and go down. We're going to go top of the 3 stars and check out where they're at. Okay, so right here. So this guy, Fort Meade, Florida, Brandon Norwood, he only has one interest, one school that he's interested in, that's Texas Tech. It is a Big 12 school, so maybe he'll be a little bit more interested in us if we start recruiting him. He hasn't really narrowed it down or anything. He's a decent player. This guy's got a decent amount, so off of him, we'll go ahead in this. Channel View, Texas. We're gonna look for probably 5 or 6 prospects, and we got 3 here. I mean, I know we have those other 2, but those don't really count. We'll go ahead and get this guy. So we got 4. Just looking for players that don't really have whole lot of other options that they've got picked out already. So we'll go ahead and do this guy. So we got 8 there, I believe. So, we're gonna go ahead and move on. Okay, so we want to look at our defensive tackle and then our outside linebacker. Okay, same thing. Let's try the top 10 school. How many do we have? We don't have any, so we're gonna have to kind of just guess where we're at on these. We do have 72 options though. Let's go ahead down to the 3 stars already. See anyone not really interested in anything. So we got this guy. Go ahead and pick this one. This one will only do 5 targets because we don't have as much of a need, I don't believe. We'll go ahead and do that. So we got 5 new prospects on there. Okay, and then we need to go ahead and do an outside linebacker. So we'll go ahead and try the interest level. We got 1. Let's see. He's probably not very good, although he is a 2-star. We'll put him on our targets, but most likely not that big of a deal because he only had the 1, which was Iowa State. I should look. He may have been from Iowa or he may not have been. So let's go ahead and look at our 3 stars. We'll go ahead and get that guy. And right now I'm not really too worried exactly on specifics. I don't know what like playing style we're gonna want, what playing style some of these guys are, stuff like that. So we got 4. We'll go ahead and do 5 again. So get that. So we got our 5 prospects for that. We got, I'm not 100% sure exactly. We have 26 of our 35 spots on our recruiting board filled. We do have it ranked that way. I don't want necessarily that. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera, but we are going to go ahead and adjust exactly where we have certain people on our recruiting board, because right now this guy, I mean, he's decent, but not necessarily the number 1 player that we want. So I'll go ahead and adjust that off camera. We can do promises, but we don't have any pending right now. That's something that we'll do once we actually get into the playing. Then we got a revisor and reports. I believe those are downloadable content, stuff that you can get. I don't do that. Usually I think it's kind of cheap. It's just another money grab for EA Sports. As you might have been able to tell, I really don't like EA Sports. I don't think they're a great company. Although I am really pumped for the EA Sports USC stuff. Hopefully it'll be better than THQ. I don't like THQ a whole lot either. It's their big thing's WWE, and even that it's not real great. But I think that the best sports gaming company is 2K Sports. I know they only do the NBA 2K right now, I believe, but I know from playing with what my friends had, the college basketball 2K8 was great. From what I've heard, the football ones were good and stuff. I think that 2K is the best, but you know, maybe they'll branch out, maybe they won't. But we'll check out our there we go, depth chart. I don't know if you guys know anything about Iowa State's team. This guy started the first couple of games for Iowa State. He was then taken out and then replaced by this guy. And near the end of the season, this guy, who is not the actual name of the player, I'm actually going to go ahead and change it, off camera. but he took over and is now going to be starting most likely this season for the Cyclones. So we got James White, Jeff Woody, and Chantrell Johnson. Those are the three main running backs that Iowa State has. I do believe they're all coming back. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. James White and Chantrell Johnson are both speed guys. Jeff Woody's more of a fullback type person. Fullback's not really a big deal. Wide receiver Josh Lenz, Aaron Horn, Jarvis West, Albert Gary, Chris Young. I'm not sure about this guy. I don't believe that's an actual name. But those are all pretty good. Josh Lenz, I do not know for sure. I know he was signed by the Eagles this offseason, but I'm not sure if he's still there. Tight end Kurt Hammerschmidt and Ernst Brunn. Ernst Brunn's been a very successful guy. I don't believe he's actually a junior. I think he's going to be a junior this coming year. Then other than that, Carter Bykowski, I believe, got drafted actually. Ethan Tufte's good. Tom Farno, he's really good. I think he's on the I don't remember. I looked the other day, and he was in the top weightlifting group at Iowa State. I recognize this name somewhat. I'm not 100% sure though. I mean, I don't really know the lineman or whatever. I do know this Jake McDonough. He was, I don't remember where he is at now, but he actually is dating, or was dating. I don't know if he is anymore. One of my friend's cousins or something. Then AJ Klein and Jeremiah George, Jake Knott. Honestly, one of the best linebacking groups in the nation last year. AJ Klein and Jake Knott were both brilliant. Jake Knott got hurt midway through the season. He actually, I don't remember what year, I think it was last year, during one of the games, he dislocated his shoulder twice during a game and popped it back into place and still continued to play. Kind of a crazy guy, but really good. Jeremiah George is still at Iowa State. He will be the veteran linebacker this year for the Cyclones. Then you got Jeremy Rees, Jensen Watson, Jacquez Washington, Darrell Givens, Jared Brackens, Cole Netton. I do believe that's an actual player on Iowa State. That is not who their kicker is or was last year. I don't know about this year. I haven't really paid a whole lot of attention yet. But I am starting to get excited about football season. I know last year it was Edwin Arceo. Then you got Kirby Vanderkamp, who is one of the best punters in the nation. And then you got James White and Jarvis West as our kick returners and punt returners. Then for kickoffs, you got Kirby Vanderkamp. And then Tom Farino, I think is how you say it, I don't even know, as our long snapper. And we're back to that. So, we got a couple changes that we have to make off camera, but everything else looks fine. I don't remember, I think this is downloadable content. And then we can do our custom schedules. Well, let's check out what our schedule actually is. We have against Tulsa, at Iowa, and we have I always mess that up. It's football championship series, I believe, is the technical term. That was actually against Western Illinois last year. This is exactly like the actual schedule. I know this year where Iowa State is at Tulsa and home against Iowa, and then they also play against Northern Iowa, I believe, in week 1. And then you got the Big 12 schedule, which you can't actually change. But so we're gonna actually just leave that here. We're not gonna mess with that, at least not now. maybe in the future when we get past our first couple seasons and then we don't necessarily know exactly what our actual season will be. But other than that, I think we've gone through everything that we really need to look at for the first episode. I will make those few changes and then we will get back with our first actual gameplay video. So, see you next time. It's Red Killer 360, bringing you some NCAA football 2013.